everybody. Pen here with Yoga Sizes. I have Victoria Cook here. I'm ready.
Hi.
I'm excited to have her here. She teaches yoga, and so I figured, let her share her experience and her story and how she got started with the whole yoga journey. And again, thank you for being on with us. And since she chose the outdoor nature, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do the same thing. So while my area is really not very, very naturey, still, there's traffic and everything. But yeah, so. All right. I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Victoria. I am a yoga instructor. I'm also a Reiki master. I've been teaching yoga since 2013. So I've been with the yoga community for a very long time. I've also had my yoga studio located in Alexandria, Virginia. And I've also did the business of yoga for Yoga Journal magazine back in 2016 in San Diego, California. And so what I feel with me, what yoga really helped me is it helped me to reconnect with my spirit, my body, and connecting back to my heart chakra. When I first got introduced with yoga, I was in a really bad situation where I was in a very unhealthy relationship. And so at that time when I was introduced, I just got out of the relationship and I ran into a yoga teacher who was showing off her Namaste hoodie. And so I was like, oh, she must take yoga. So I approached her and I said, do you take yoga? And she was like, no, I'm a yoga teacher. And then I was like, oh, really? And she said, there is a teacher training which will come up in next week and it's free. It's just an introduction. If you would like to come to know more, you can come. So I joined, and that's how I got involved to become a yoga teacher. So I did not realize when I took the teacher training that it was going to be transformational for me. It helped me to heal my heart because I was going through a really rough time. And then on top of that, I was going to court fighting custody of my daughter at that time. So I was very emotional. I was very unstable, unbalanced. And so it was the perfect time for me to transition into the yoga and heal myself. And after I graduated, I felt transformation. It was transforming for me. And I fell in love with yoga ever since.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm glad that it healed you and opened up it basically balance your heart chakra with everything that you're dealing with. So how's your daughter? How old is she now?
She's 10 now. She'll be 11 in September.
Oh, okay.
So she's a little bit older.
In September, my daughter's was born in September too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
September, what day?
September 14th.
Oh, wow. September babies. My mom's September 6th. My daughter's is September 3rd.
Oh, wow. Oh, Virgos.
Yes, Virgo family.
That's great. Does she practice yoga with you?
When she was younger, she did, but now she's getting a little bit older. She's more focusing on fashion design and TV production. She's really good at editing videos and making videos. She has a YouTube page, by the way. I can't remember the name of it, but she's really good. That's what she loves to do.
Yeah, when you get a chance, I want to check out her YouTube video if you can find it.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. What I was gonna ask? Oh my goodness, I'm like drawing a blank here. Oh yeah, what style of yoga do you teach?
I'm certified Iyengar yoga instructor, but mine's is more holistic, therapeutic type of yoga. I'm more focused on the Kundalini type of yoga. Even though I'm Iyengar, I love the Kundalini practice and the meditation practice of yoga.
Me too. I kind of got into, I started with Hatha and then I jumped into, I tried a few of the classes, and it was a great experience. I wanted to get more into it.
Mm-hmm.
What are your tips on how to start a practice for anybody that haven't done it, and what's the difference between Kundalini and the other the Iyengar and other practices?
That's a good question. Iyengar, I feel, is the foundational yoga because it's telling you on how to build on your foundation using the props. And that was what I was told from my yoga teacher. She said it's the foundation of yoga. And I feel Kundalini is more of the crown with your spiritual self, your higher self. I feel like Kundalini is more up to the crown chakra. And I feel like Iyengar is more of the root chakra. So it's like, I guess you can say it like that. From my experience, that's how I feel. I feel like Iyengar is more the grounding, and the Kundalini is more of the higher self, getting all the way up to the seventh chakra. And what I would say with people when you're just learning the practice is to just listen to your heart, listen to your inner self, listen to how your body feels. It's kind of like being intuitive with your body. And really start with the meditation practice, maybe 5 minutes a day, or just break it down 10 minutes morning and 5 minutes at night, 5 minutes. So just try to go by baby steps, being more mindful with your practice, taking a little bit slower pace when you're practicing your yoga. So just like, for example, let's say you're standing in mountain pose. And just close your eyes and just really connect with how you're standing in the pose, how you're breathing with your breath, being aware of your breath, using a little bit more mindfulness into your practice, and go with the flow with your breath and really being intuitive how your body is feeling. Because with yoga is how you reconnect with your body again. Because we live in a very fast pace where we're not constantly being in tune with our body. So when something happens with our body, we're like, oh no, what's going on? Why is my back hurting? Because we're not aware. We're focusing on other things. But with yoga, it helps you to come back to your center, connect back to your home, which is your breath, and being more in tune with your body.
I love it. So that's you already said some techniques that I was gonna ask. That was my next question in terms of like what like techniques that you will use when you instruct meditation.
Mm.
And that's one of your would you say that's like one of your favorite techniques?
Yes. Just being more in tune with your body, but really starting with your breath. When you're breathing, you're really getting in tune with your body. And so let's say you're having a really rough day, you're really stressed out. Just like what I'm doing right now, I'm outside, maybe coming outside instead of sitting indoor most of the time, and just focus on your breath, connect with nature, being aware of what's around you, and just connect back home with your breath.
Okay. Where are you located?
I'm located in Alexandria, Virginia.
Oh, okay. The weather's nice, it looks like.
It is. It really is. The weather here can sometimes be up and down. Sometimes it's a beautiful wet day, and then the next is hot, then the next is raining, all in one day. All in one day. It's like it's moody, but right now it's nice.
Okay. So what's your typical like routine for incorporating your yoga practice into your daily routine?
Since I am a mother, what I tend to do is, and I work full time, and I'm also a yoga teacher. So what I tend to do is I start my morning with a meditation practice before I start my day. I write a to-do list. So I'll usually sit for like 10 to 20 minutes of meditation by myself. And I wake up my daughter, get her breakfast ready, get my breakfast ready. I get my to-do list ready, but usually I start my to-do list the night before. So I sometimes go through my to-do list before I start my day. I'll read my affirmations. I do my chants, and then I go about my day. It usually helps me to start a foundation with my morning. And if I don't do it, I definitely feel a difference because I feel ungrounded. And me being an empath, I feel everything. So I have to ground myself by doing a meditation practice. I would recommend anybody to do some type of meditation before you start your day. If you're not a morning person, maybe do a meditation before you go to bed. And sometimes I'll do meditation in the morning, in the afternoon, and then in the evening.
Right. Okay. So the meditation, you said chanting. What's your favorite chant and the meaning behind the chant?
I have so many. Um,
Maybe name a few.
um, one of the Kundalini ones is Om Namo Gurudev Namo. I speak to the higher self within. That's a Kundalini chant that I love to use. It helps to ground yourself and to clear out any negative energy, and it brings in more positive light within you to spread out more into your aura. And I just love that practice. It makes me feel at home. There's Krishna practice that I do, but not so often. And then Shanti. Shanti means peace. I'll sometimes say Shanti, 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 just to bring in peace, more peace, and bring in more peace around you. And sometimes I use my Reiki practice, which is it's the 5 principles. So it says, just for today, I will let go of worry. Just for today, I'll let go of anger. Just for today, I'll count my many blessings. Just for today, I'll do my work with honesty and integrity. Just for today, I'll be kind to all living creatures. So just those affirmations itself brings in more positive light within you. And sometimes I use that in my yoga classes that I teach. I'll use the Reiki principles.
Oh, wow. I love that. Yes. Speaking of Reiki, I'm going to have to, after this, write this down. What's Reiki? So tell us more about Reiki, how that fits into yoga and help your clients.
With my yoga clients, usually people that come to yoga, they're looking for some type of healing, some type of reconnection. And at the time when I did my yoga teacher training, I was introduced to Reiki, which is Dr. Oshui. He's no longer with us, but he brought in a practice which helped people to heal within themselves. And those principles help us to, it's kind of same thing with reconnection with our mind, body, and spirit. So what I taught last Tuesday with one of my classes, I taught them to do self-Reiki. So we did those 5 principles, and then I showed them the different areas of the body where they can hold their hands within 1 minute to 5 minutes long to bring in more of that positive energy within their body, because truthfully, we're all able and capable of healing ourselves. And it comes with that energy. We all have that energy within us. And with Reiki, that actually helps. I feel like Reiki can help with the additional to your yoga practice if you add it into it.
Very interesting. Just all of a sudden, I'm seeing more people getting certified in Reiki.
Yeah.
And essentially, well, the thing is, I see a lot of these online programs, like $25 to get certified in Reiki online. Like, where can you go to find a reliable place to get certified? And I guess it's better to get it like done at a physical place rather than just do it online, right?
Well, I feel like, in my opinion, most people are doing things online, which is the conveniency, because everyone is busy, and a lot of things are online now. So I wouldn't say it wouldn't work if you do it online versus in person. In person, you're definitely getting more of the energy itself because you're being one-on-one with the teacher. But I would say, online will work too. But what I'm saying, really, I think it would be better to do one-on-one, honestly, because you'll get to talk to the teacher. You're getting more of the energy within itself. But I feel like it can work both ways. It just really matters on what works for you. But I've met a woman who does Reiki in Virginia, and she was a really nice person. She did intuitive readings, and then she also worked with people with past regression and hypnotherapy. So she certified people with Reiki. And I know the people that got certified within her have changed their life dramatically. Like, there was this one woman, we took a workshop called Fear versus Love, and she got her Reiki certification with this lady. Her life changed dramatically. Like, she was not the same person when I first remember her in the workshop. She's now has her own business. She's more confident within herself. She's using her principles with her daughters. She has 2 daughters, and she just changed dramatically within a year after getting certified. So, you know, you can tell the difference, what it does for people. But yeah.
That's amazing, because there's, in terms of like energy medicine and just overall like the holistic approach to healing and balancing, and just there's so many different varieties of ways that you could approach it, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, it can be really flexible.
Exactly.
So what else? And okay, you said you work full time.
Yes.
Okay, what do you do full time?
I work with children. I work for a nonprofit, working with kids ages 5 to 12. So I have a lot of years of experience working with kids. I teach kids yoga. I'm certified with kids yoga and adults. And I feel like working with kids, it has helped me with all of my chakras, because with yoga, you have to connect back to your inner child. You have to be in the present moment. Children are in the moment. That's one thing you can learn about kids, is that they're in the moment. They're not worrying about anything else, but they're just having fun, enjoying life. And sometimes we need to remember that as we become older, is that we can still have fun. You know, we don't have to worry about all these other things that's going on with our lives, but just to be in the moment, just like a child's eye. That's where our gifts are within, is our inner child.
Oh, that's amazing. I also work with children, so we have a lot in common. That's great. You teach yoga, so during your daytime job, and do you also teach afterwards? Do you teach online, or like you have a studio to go to?
Right now, I'm working at 2 yoga studios, and at the time I did have my own yoga studio. 2015, I was partners with a massage therapist, but she relocated to a different area, and it couldn't work for me. So we still keep in contact, but she's more focusing on traveling, modeling, and what else she's doing? She's dancing. Those are her things now, but she's trying to transition out of massage to that now. But I'm trying to see if I can get back another studio. I kind of miss that aspect of my teaching field, but right now I'm still teaching yoga, and I work at 2 different studios. I have an Instagram page, I have a Facebook page, Pure Hummingbird Yoga, and my other one is Victoria Cook Yoga. And right now I'm really focusing on kids yoga. I'm trying to work on children with special needs, working on a curriculum that's based on yoga, mindfulness, music and movement, and art for right now, and see where that takes me. But that's my focal point right now.
Wow, that's great. Can't wait for your program to come out.
Thank you.
So how do you incorporate, like, kind of combine, do you ever like combine both Reiki and yoga into one session, or you keep them separate?
I've actually thought about combining both of them. I just recently thought about combining both of them, because I haven't really thought about it. I've been keeping it separate, but since my last yoga class that I taught, it was a mindfulness yoga class, and I introduced the basic 5 principles of Reiki, and I actually thought about putting Reiki and yoga together as a practice.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's a good combination. Wonder
Yeah.
how that would play out.
Exactly. But what I did back in 2015, I combined Zumba with yoga. I did a workshop in Florida where it was, I had my Zumba teacher and myself. We put a collaboration with Zumba and yoga for kids and for teachers on how to collaborate Zumba and yoga together in their curriculum. And we were the top 25 best selected workshops. So they asked us to do the workshop again. So we did it 2 times, and we were like 5 stars, because they loved how we collaborated with the Zumba and yoga. They were like, they never thought about, because, you know, Zumba and yoga is totally different, but it's still an exercise and still you're getting the benefits of both. But yeah, that was a good experience.
Oh, wow. Congratulations on that. That's exciting.
Thank you.
All right. What else? Oh, yeah. So can you give maybe a specific example? Let's just say maybe physical injuries or like depression or something. How would you approach, I don't know, using your, how do I ask this question?
I see what you mean. Let's say, for example, if I have a client that has anxiety or some type of depression. If I worked with a client that has anxiety, because we have a lot of people here that are experiencing anxiety, I would do more of a grounding type of meditation, like working on the breathing, just to calm down the anxiety. So maybe I'll do, for example, I'll use a visual. So, you know, we'll close our eyes and we'll take a couple of big deep breaths, counting very slowly from 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll hold the breath here. 2, 3, and 4. And then we'll exhale, bringing it down from 4, 3, 2, and 1. And just visualize you're just grounding yourself down into the soil, spreading out the roots from your tree. And we're going to inhale, coming back up to bring the branches out of your tree. So it's like you're bringing yourself down and you're grounding yourself. So you're doing more of a slow breathing, calmness, centering yourself to lower down the anxiety, versus somebody with, let's say, depression. You want to uplift their energy. So you might do like the breath of fire, just to heat up the body, getting it going, bringing more life into the energy, more of a vinyasa, but more of the fire breath. So it's like a difference from anxiety, from depression. Depression, you need more energy. Anxiety, you want to calm the energy down.
Right. Good example. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, what else would you like to share with us?
Another thing I wanted to share is with meditation. Some people think meditation is just sitting down and you're saying, there's many different ways that you can meditate. Meditation is just being focused and being centered. There's walking meditation I love to do. When I did my first yoga retreat, we did a walking meditation. So what we did was we woke up first thing in the morning and we started to walk around very slowly. And I was like giving them a guided meditation as we were walking down the street. So I was like, as we're walking down the street, just feel each pace as you're walking down the street. Be aware of the sounds around you. If you hear the birds, just connect with the birds. Don't you see the wind blowing on the trees? Visualize you're just connecting with the trees, connecting with the wind, connecting with your breath as you're pacing down the street. That's meditation. Drinking a cup of coffee or tea is meditation. And people are like, really? Like, yeah, if you really focus on the tea or coffee you're drinking, that's considered meditation. Or sitting down looking at a candle flame is meditation. Really focusing on certain things is meditation. So you're not really sitting down and saying, I get that a lot from the kids. They were like, when I say let's meditate.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's great. What else? I ran out of questions. I think so. Oh yes, you said you did an article on Yoga Journal. What did you do with the Yoga Journal? You said.
Oh, I did for Yoga Journal magazine. I did a business of yoga. So they had like a workshop for yoga teachers that were like business oriented that had their own yoga studios. So I went through that and met with Yoga Journal, Justin Williams, and it was a really wonderful experience. So I connected with some of the yogis there and got my certification at the time when I had my yoga studio. And I thought it was really helpful. It's really good to network with other yoga teachers because you can learn something from them. What else I would say? And if you just get certified from your teacher training, I would say get really involved with the yoga community because that's what I did after I got certified. I went out, went to the yoga community. They had like yoga events where I connected with other yoga teachers and talked about what you experienced from your experience being a yoga teacher, and you get to network. You can even collaborate together to come up with like workshops or retreats. I think it's a wonderful experience.
Also, for people that like if go through the teacher training, like you don't really have to eventually teach. You can just do it for your own practice, for your own knowledge, for your own experience, own healing.
Exactly. There was a woman I remember, she asked me about the yoga teacher training, and she told me after she got certified, she didn't want to teach. She just wanted to do it for her personal growth. And I said, there's nothing wrong with that because, you know, you get more in depth about the yoga practice. Definitely. After you get certified, you're constantly still learning. It's not the end. You're constantly still learning. There's a bunch of yoga teacher friends that I have that are still going through more training. It's good because sometimes things change over the years and it's good to learn more things.
Also, there's so many different styles out there.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Like cat yoga and dog yoga.
Goat yoga, I think, is becoming popular in the city. I'm like, how do you fit a goat into those studios?
Yes. Have you tried that? I haven't tried that.
No, I haven't done that yet.
I know when I tried to sign up, it was already full the same day that they posted. I was like, oh, wow, are you serious? But I guess it's just a way to connect with the animals, I guess.
And they're very in tune too, like into what you're doing spiritually.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So how do people find you on social media and online, website and stuff?
You can find me on Twitter, which is Pure Hummingbird Yoga. I'm also on Instagram, Victoria Cook Yoga. And on Facebook, I'm Pure Hummingbird Yoga and Victoria Cook Yoga.
All right, great. Thank you again for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so hold on. Yeah.